Good afternoon, everyone. I am Maharlica Acal, taking a Bachelor in Elementary Education at North Central Millennium College. So now I am going to discuss about the types of display formats. But before that, I will discuss first the display formats. So, display formats, a non-projected material such as charts, graphs, or posters, have to be displayed. So this can be done in several ways, ranging from simply holding single visual in your hand to using exhibit blocks for more display. So the useful classes and lectures on non-projected materials. These include the first, the chalkboards. So this is an example of chalkboards. So when we say chalkboards, one's called blackboard. They are now come in a variety of colors, and then can be drawn units or adjuncts to your message. So this is an example of chalkboards. Then the second one is a multi-purpose board. So this is an example of multi-purpose board. So when we say multi-purpose board, these can be boards which can be useful for many purposes. So these are also called as visual aid panels and may have steel banking for magnetic display of visuals. So this is a multi-purpose board. Then the third one. So the third one is the pegboard. So this is an example of pegboard. So when we say pegboard, useful for displaying heavy materials such as three-dimensional materials and visual. So metal hooks can be inverted into pegboards to hold books, papers, and other objects. So this is an example of pegboard. So there is a metal hook here. So this is an example of heavy materials. So this is an example of pegboard. So the fourth one. The fourth one is bulletin board. So when we say bulletin board, so bulletin board, boards for posting bulletins or brief news announcements or urgent interest. This decorative bulletin board can be lent visual stimulation. So this is an example of bulletin board. So the fifth one is the clothboard. So this is also an example of clothboard. So when we say clothboard, a flannel, felt, or hook and loop materials can be stretched over the steady banking such as plywood. So this is a plywood. Then here is the clothboard. So this is an example of clothboard. Then the sixth is the magnetic board. So this is an example of magnetic board. So when we say magnetic board, so we have visuals such as plastic lettering and bended with magnetic and placed on the metal surface of the board. So this is an alphabet. So there is a magnet. So here in the board you can just touch the letter, then it will. So the letter it is an example of a magnet. So when you magnet it into the board, so this is automatically posed in the board. So the seven rather, the flipboard. So this is an example of flipboard. So when we say flipboard, a pad of large size paper is fastened and mounted on the wooden or metal axle. So this is an example of flipboard. So as you can see, there is a red here, then the white here. So this is an example of flipboard. So let's proceed to the last but not the least, the exhibits. So this is an example of exhibits. So when we say exhibit, displays of non-projected visual for integrative communication or instruction purposes. So exhibits, uh, it is to make the painting, sculpture available for the people wants to see the drawings or the sculptures of the other people. So now, so that's all, but let's just let's have a review the types of display format. So the types of display formats, first the board. So there is. Then the second is multi-purpose board. So this is an example of multi-purpose board. The third is the pegboard. So this is an example of pegboard. The fourth is bulletin board. An example of bulletin board. Then the flute board, the fifth is, then this is an example of flute board. So the sixth is the magnetic board. So this is an example of magnetic board. So the seventh is the fifth board. This is also the example of fifth board. And the last but not the least is the exhibits. So the example of exhibit is this. So thank you for listening and good afternoon.